The rivalry between Alberto Contador and Andy Schleck is not dead. Yes, you may remember them duking it out in the Tour de France in 2007, 2009 and 10, including the infamous incident when Andy Schleck drops his chain. But right now, in December 2019, they've gone head-to-head in a race on children's balance bikes. And I really want to analyse this footage, break it down, see what the riders did and see what maybe they could have done differently. And as the starting gate goes down, we immediately can see the different foot position between Contador and Andy Schleck. Contador's got his feet right under his hips and his shoulders. It's going to generate more power, whereas Andy Schleck's got a really wide stance. I'm not sure whether he was able to get a bike fit on this balance bike before the race, but Contador definitely had better power transfer straight out of the gate, and that's why he got the early lead into the first corner. And as they roll off the ramp, you can see as well, Schleck opts for a pitter-patter approach with his feet either side, a sort of high cadence approach, whereas Contador, he's traditionally renowned for a lower cadence, and we'll see that here. Contador opts for a lower cadence approach. It's worked well for him throughout his career, so no need to change now, and that generates the power he needs to go through the first corner quickly. And these photographers, I feel like they got in the way, and there was interference with Andy Schleck, and immediately you can see the gap that's opened up. Contador's got at least, I'd say that's 10 meters, maybe 8 meters on Andy Schleck. And in a course this short with the technical finale, it's going to be really difficult for Schleck to make that up. And so I saw some people saying, well, did he drop a chain? Possibly Schleck dropped a chain initially off the starting ramp, and that's why he lost this race. Contador obviously didn't wait for him. Contador, we'll rewind, we'll go through this in slow motion. You see how aggressively Contador is going through these corners compared to Schleck, really taking all the risks, still going for a low cadence approach, and leaning that right knee through the corner, and then his inside leg, he's really pushing that out and planting that on the ground early through the corners and surging out of them. And he puts even more distance into Schleck. And I've criticised Contador, I think, before for not being particularly aerodynamic on descents. Well, you see here, as he gets up to speed in this longer straight, he opts for a more aero approach and gets aero, whereas when we freeze frame and look at Schleck's body position, this is really unaerodynamic, and this is why the gap was extended even further to Contador. I feel like if Schleck wants to compete at this level on balance bikes, he needs to opt for a more aerodynamic approach. Maybe he needs to adjust his saddle angle. And it was already wrapped up for Contador at this stage. He probably got the best of Schleck throughout most of his career. He gets into a super tuck position through the line, and those sunglasses though, he's probably lost about half a second there by not having his sunglasses on. That wasn't particularly aero. And then Schleck, from nowhere, he looked like he was 10-15 meters behind Contador, out of nowhere comes back. So a really strong surge late from Schleck. I don't know whether he hopped under the barrier, but it's clearly Contador who got the best of this. We'll watch it now in full speed, just so we can see how quick they were going in full speed, how quick the pros can go at full speed on these balance bikes. I also have a mud map of the parkour here. You can see from the start line here, it's quite technical, lots of turns, and that's going to build up a lot of lactate in their legs. So I'll be interested to see how Contador recovers from this effort, this sort of anaerobic sub 1 minute effort, given he's not been riding too hard recently since he retired in 2017. It's interesting to see the helmets, the helmets they've opted for during this race. Whether, would you comment down below, would you select an aero helmet, or given how many turns there are, whether you'd select sort of a lightweight helmet, or do you think maybe you don't need a helmet at all when you're going walking pace? I'm not really entirely sure. But anyway, that was Alberto Contador defeating Andy Schleck on a children's balance bike on quite a technical course in Shanghai in 2019. If you want to see my Instagram where I post less serious content rather than this sort of more serious race analyses, it's the Lanterne Rouge. But otherwise, like this video if you liked it, if you found it informative, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bell. We've got some live streams coming up. We've got a packed December I've just planned over this weekend, so I'm keen to get that rolled out for you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. I feel ashamed of myself for making it. We've definitely reached peak off season. Thanks for watching. Ciao.